Nadia O'Connell never pictured herself running her own business, let alone producing wine. After moving back to Australia after a stint of lecturing at universities in Singapore, her dream property came onto the market. In rural farmland on the Central Coast, it was organic, with established winemaking facilities, chickens, and even fireflies.
We do all the property ourselves, so we don't have gardeners who tend to the vines and the crops. So it's pretty constant. So in the 3 months that we had to be closed, that was a little bit scary because we thought we might have to sell our property and no one would want to buy it. And then first June long weekend, after everything opened again, everyone was like full of excitement, like it was the Olympics again. I think most people have never tried a fruit wine before, and so then they're like, oh, what grape is this made from? Some people ask me if I just buy in wine and then put fruits in there or things. So I get really bizarre questions. People think they're all going to be really sweet, which they range from dry to sweet. So that's quite and I often talk people a little bit through the process, especially how long it takes. It takes up to 2.5 years. So people who were traditional, like a mainstream wine, will be about 6 months. Being your own winemaker, I suppose you've got to have a good sense of taste and nose. And I was saying about listening to people is good too, because you can change and vary your wine a little bit depending on what people say.
On the other side of the coin, Fabiola Venturia has been in the fine dining industry for close to 10 years, initially as a sommelier and now as assistant restaurant manager.
Then I moved to Australia and I didn't know what to do, and I ended up working in a restaurant, and I remember being very intrigued by all of the wine pairings and all of the wine culture. There were a lot of men. I found it actually quite interesting. A lot of people nowadays, they still think that the sommelier is the old man with the white gloves and like the tie that comes to the table and recommend your wine. So I had a couple of experiences when the waiter will say, I will send you our wine waiter, and then I'll go there and say, can I help you with your wines? And they look at me like, do you? It actually gave me the strength to like, okay, I'm going to keep studying, I'm going to keep learning, and then I'm going to really prove to my customers that I know my stuff and they can trust me even if I have an accent and I'm a female and I'm young. So yeah.